Hello and welcome to your lesson on creating your vision. This is such an important key to the manifestation process because you really want to know what it is you're manifesting. So in this lesson, we're going to talk about how to get clear on your vision, how to pull emotion and passion into it, and the steps you can next take. If you don't know what your vision is just yet, don't worry, we're going to cover that too. So this is a key component because it really sets the stage for our manifestation, for the next stage, for this creation process. Now remember, we do have a blueprint. That blueprint is influencing us all the time. So we take that into consideration. We might need to continue to do our clearing exercises as we're going through this manifestation or creative process. But what's really important in this segment is the visioning or dreaming up. Now, it comes easier to some people than it does for others, and that's okay. Wherever you are, you just start where you are and begin the manifestation process from there. Remember, we're going to continue chanting Shreem B'Rzi, which is going to help refine your energy towards your creative process. So what should you be dreaming? You should be dreaming whatever your heart desires. It could be a romantic relationship. It could be a harmonious friendship. It could be a better job. It can be a new home. It can be financial abundance. It can be better health. Whatever it is, I do ask you to pick just one area of life for the purpose of this module. Don't worry, you get to visualize and dream up other areas afterwards. But for right now, I don't want you to dilute your attention. I want you to be really focused on visioning and creating at least one particular situation or area of your life. So how do we do this? Remember as a child, and you would maybe be inside of a classroom and dreaming up about being somewhere else, like daydreaming. You'd be thinking about what would happen after class, or maybe a new toy that you wanted from your parents, or some fun you were going to have this weekend. And then you were told by the teacher to get your head out of the clouds, stop daydreaming, come back to reality. We've been conditioned from this imagination, this wildly creative child being, to limit ourselves and condense our desires into what should be. So in this module, we're going to unleash all of that and undo the conditioning that was being created so that we can once again tap into that creative fountain, this imagination, this passion of what we really truly love and desire. Now, imagination is so important because it brings us outside of the knowledge. And if you remember Einstein's famous quote that imagination is more important than knowledge because knowledge is limited. Then we have examples like Walt Disney, who was very much into creativity and imagination. And he said, if you can dream it, you can create it. Remember, this all started with a little mouse. And then we have Zig Ziglar, who also said, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. And then one of Dr. Pillai's favorite examples is Conrad Hilton. He wrote a book, Be My Guest, and there's a chapter dedicated to his visioning process, his dreaming process, where he would get on his knees and pray every day and also then visualize and pray for what it is he wanted to create. Now, this is a very poor man who is now envisioning owning the largest hotel in, I think it was the world at the time. And he actually achieved it within his lifetime. So these are examples of being able to dream, being able to move that dream forward by unleashing our imagination and infusing our desires with passion in order to jump to the next level. So that's what this section is all about. And next we're going to get into exactly how that happened. So let's talk about the dreaming up process. First of all, it's really important to know exactly what you want. For example, if you walk into a restaurant and you say, I'd like some food, and you don't tell them exactly what you want, you'll get some food without perhaps receiving food that you like, right? And the universe is the same way. The universe is the waiter. If you say to the universe, I want a new job, you might get a job that you don't like. You might get a relationship that you don't like. You might get anything that you're asking for in a general sense you may receive, but without the conditions in which you'd like for it to happen for you, specifically on what appeals to you. So getting really clear is important. Second is being firm in understanding and feeling that it's possible. So there's this quote that Dr. Pillai gave to Dr. Wayne Dyer, which is, if you can conceive it, you can achieve it. You have to conceive it. You have to believe it's possible for you. Lots of times people come to me and they say, I want to be a billionaire. And I'm like, well, are you a millionaire? Like, until you're a millionaire, let's not focus on billionaire, because there's something that has not yet been allowing you to manifest millions before you get to billions. So start with what is conceivable, what you feel is absolutely possible. Doesn't mean the sky can't be the limit. It just means know that whatever it is you want to achieve is 100% possible. You feel it in your bones that it's possible for you. Then it doesn't matter what it is. Next is remembering that we do have this blueprint, right? And some things may come easier to us than other things. And just keeping that in mind, that as we've learned through the clearing phase, that we may have easier paths to certain visioning on manifestations than we do on other types of visioning. Okay, so let's get into an exercise on creating this vision or dreaming up your manifestation. We're going to engage the 5 senses. We're going to activate our imagination. We're going to infuse it with passion. So here it goes. Now, I want you to take a minute and just think about something you really want. Remember, we said just one thing for right now. What is that one thing you really, really, really want? Now imagine it already exists. And I'll use the example of a new job. You're inside of this new situation. Maybe it's an office building. Maybe you're working from home. Who are you surrounded by? What type of things are you doing? Does it bring you joy? What type of joy, what kind of feelings comes over you when you're dreaming up the experience of already having this situation in your life? This job or career is giving you purpose. So you get to feel it and sense it. You're already in it. So what does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Even physically, temperature-wise, like, where are you? What is it like? Okay, who's there? What are the expressions that you go about your day having when you engage in your purpose and your duties? What does that feel like for you? And then also, this may sound weird, but the taste aspect is actually a really important part of the manifestation. Remember that quote, I want it so badly I can taste it. What does it feel like? What does it look like? What does it taste like? What does it sound? All the senses we're engaging. You are experiencing it. You're fully inside of the experience of this purposeful, life-engaging situation. And then when you get to that and you're feeling this love and excitement and just like the emotions that rise up, capture those. What are the emotions that get triggered when you're inside of this experience? Do you feel elated? Do you feel powerful? Do you feel purposeful? Do you feel compassionate? Do you feel engaging? How do you feel? Just capture some of those. Joyful. What is it for you? I also get questions a lot about, should you focus on the dollar amount or should you focus on something else if it's a financial goal? Well, for example, for financial goals, I always recommend people dream up what it would feel like when they have those funds. Because most people don't get truly excited by numbers in a bank account. And if you do get truly excited by numbers in a bank account, then use that example. So if you saw the figures when you looked online or looked on your phone to see how much money you had, what does that do to you? What does that do to your heart rate, to the feelings? But most people get really engaged when they think about having, let's say, that dollar amount, but how it equates or translates to what they could do with their life for it. What does it feel like when you can donate to people who need your help? What does it feel like to be able to take your family on vacation? What does it feel like to be able to not have to go to work every day? What does it feel like to just feel financially free, to the comfort, the freedom around that, to be able to buy a new home or a new car or just feel stable, right? So this is how, there's 2 separate exercises I gave you in terms of just examples, but engaging the senses of what it feels like and tastes like and the experience of having already manifested that situation. That's the dreaming up. So once you do it for the first time, and we have a little exercise for you to, a workbook you can download and work through it in a little more detail. Once you create the vision, next is to just keep doing it, right? You want to activate this vision when you're driving in your car, when you're sitting on your couch, when you're washing your laundry. Anytime that you have a little idle time, this is my tip, this is what I do. When I have some idle time, like driving, I like to just envision or dream up this manifestation and just have fun with it. Have fun with it. This is yours. You're letting your imagination run wild. You're feeling it. You're sensing it. You're just like, it's so real to you. It's so real to you. And that's what's really important, to love it, to love it and have it be real. And this is your manifestation. You don't need to tell anyone about it. You don't need anyone's approval. It's all you. So we also gave you a bonus meditation from Dr. Pillai, where he walks you through a little bit about having, it's a meditation where he puts Shri Mrzi and your manifestation in between your hands. So again, it's creating the sensations of your manifestation. So that's a little bonus meditation for you that we added. And then you have your worksheet that we'd like for you to download and fill out, just giving you an added step of really getting more clear on how you want the visioning to go. So all of this is really great if you already know what it is you want to manifest and you need to get clear on it. However, if you don't know, you're not alone and you're in the right place. First of all, there's plenty of reasons why you might not know exactly what it is your vision is. Maybe your goals seem, good on paper, but they're really not activating a love or sparking an interest in what you want to create. And so you're having a little hard time tapping into the visioning of it. Or maybe you just still don't fully believe you're able to manifest. And that goes back to the clearing exercises you might want to revisit. Or you simply don't know. There's some people who just don't have the decisiveness around what it is they want to manifest. That's okay, because Shri Mrzi is a sound that has an angel or being or goddess behind it. And that goddess's name is Lakshmi. The literal translation of the name Lakshmi is aim or goal or direction. So by chanting and saying this mantra, this sacred sound, you're aligning with the sounds and the vibrations that name brings. And since the meaning of that name is aim, goal, direction, you're automatically receiving this. Your consciousness is being refined by the use of this sound. So maybe you're not sure what your goal is now. You don't know what your direction is now or your focus, but you'll receive it. It'll start to work on you. A vibration, vibrations go through everything. And we're vibrating at a certain rate, and the sound is vibrating at a certain rate. So the more we perform, act upon, do the meditations, chant this sound, the more our vibrations are aligning with the Shri Mrzi vibration. And this Shri Mrzi vibration signifies auspiciousness, prosperity, abundance, joy, beauty, all things in life that are good. And so the more we're chanting it, the more we're aligning, and then our vibration is aligning with this beautiful uplifting vibration of this sound. So over time, the vibration will be doing its work on you and removing the things that don't serve you in order for you to receive your vision, to receive the clarity, and to create even more abundance in your life. I've also had experiences of people who say, this is what I started the program out, I wanted this, and then I started doing Shri Mrzi and it started to change. That's okay too. Allow the mantra to do its work. We don't always know what's good for us, right? Let's face it. So we can start out with one path, one visioning, but allow that to be upgraded. Shri Mrzi is going to upgrade your thoughts, your ideas, and your manifestation. So allow that process to happen. So by now, hopefully you know exactly what your next steps are: to check out the meditation from Dr. Pillai, to download the workbook, and to engage in your visioning activity. And after you're done with that, head on over to the activation or action taking module, and we'll be there so that we can start putting all of this into action for you.